Hey YouTube, this is BL24 here, coming to you with a movie review. Today we're doing a review of the movie Aladdin. This is Disney's latest live action remake, and I'm just going to get right into it. Okay, so the movie Aladdin, it's, I'll say this to start off. It was much, much, much better than I thought it was going to be. There was a lot of hoopla, there was a lot of negativity surrounding mainly the genie, Will Smith. And talk about him for a second. Will, as the genie, does he look good? Does he look bad? Did it work? And I have to say, Will Smith as the blue genie looked like trash. He did. It looked bad at the beginning. It was very cheesy, very it didn't look together like the CGI and the face and the body. It didn't fit. So I had a hard time kind of wrapping my head around Will Smith's blue genie. But there were times when he went back to his actual body. He looked fine, and later on in the movie, I think it kind of started growing on me. I didn't have much of a problem with him being the blue genie, but it was bad at the beginning for sure. So that was definitely an issue. But as the genie himself, he made the role his own. You know, he brought something different to the characters. This is not Robin Williams' genie by any stretch, but he brought his own flavor, his own pizzazz to the role, and it worked for me. I actually found him charming. I found him to be likable, funny as well in certain parts. So Will Smith as the genie was good. His singing, however, his singing, that was a whole nother thing. Um, okay, so the problem with that is, of course, Will Smith can't really sing. That's the problem. When you have other actors, Aladdin and the actress playing Jasmine, singing, they can sing. You know, Aladdin wasn't the greatest by any stretch, but Jasmine could really sing. When you go from those two, hearing those two do their thing throughout the movie, and then you hear Will Smith come in, it's you can tell the difference. You know what I mean? So as for the other aspects of the movie, I thought Aladdin, the guy that played Aladdin, did a pretty good job. I feel like at first he was trying really hard to be a character to come off as a lowly street rat in the beginning, which, by the way, I don't think really worked for me. He looked way too clean, way too handsome, way too. He didn't look believable as the as a street rat. He looked like a straight up prince basically from the beginning to me. So that kind of took me out of it. He didn't really have the look of a lowly character. There was people in the movie dirty, clothes torn, barely wearing anything, and he's looking great to my opinion. In my opinion, he looked great. So I didn't really get that. I thought they should have done more with making him look like a lowly street rat for sure in the beginning of the movie, making him look more as he was portrayed in the animated film. So I think that was another thing. But after that beginning section, especially after he makes his wish to become a prince, and they meet Jasmine for the first time, I thought that whole thing was great. I think that's when Aladdin actually won me over personally, because he really captured that clumsy kid trying to fit into a space where he's not comfortable. He definitely sold me. That whole scene was great. I'm sure you guys will love it as well. Jasmine, I thought she did great. She was really personable, charming, great voice. I loved everything about her character. It was really well done with her. Really good casting. Yeah, nothing but good marks on that end. Jafar. Jafar. So this was by far the absolute worst part of the movie. Um, Jafar to me, okay, so definitely miscast. He didn't look like him at all. He didn't sound like him. He didn't have his mannerisms. He didn't look menacing at all. It came across more so as him whining to me. Okay, so let me put it to you like this. So with Jafar, he's like that kid in high school that tries so hard to be intimidating, but you actually take him as a joke. So that's kind of how the vibe I got from him while I was watching the movie. I couldn't take him seriously whatsoever. Everything he was saying, all the lines that he was giving, it just didn't work for me. Um, I definitely think it's one of those situations where the actor was trying hard. You could tell he was doing the most of what he was given, but it just didn't work for me. It was a situation of being miscast, in my opinion. As for the rest of the movie, though, it was good. Like I said, I enjoyed myself. The first act, I believe, was the dullest as well as the most corny or cheesiest of the whole movie by far. Um, when the genie first gets introduced, um, I almost walked out. Honestly, it was that cringy worthy for sure. But I stuck through, like I said, that second act as Aladdin, the genie starts going on the adventure. They're telling their story of what the genie and the side character, along with Aladdin meeting Jasmine. That's when it starts ramping up, and I actually really started enjoying myself, enjoying my time at the theater. So I would definitely say this is a must see. You should definitely watch it. Bring your kids, your family. You'll have a great time. You have a great time. So yeah. So for my opinion, this movie is a solid B. It definitely started off rocky, but as the movie progressed, I actually did enjoy my time and I enjoyed the movie more and more. So I'm sure you guys will do the same. Thank you so much, and you guys have a good one.